So near point and far point, these are defined as the nearest and the farthest point which your eye can make an image of the object. So the nearest, you want to guess which one that is? That's the near point. And the furthest points at which your eye can make an image of an object. The near point is set by the most curved position of the lens. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. So remember, before I was talking about if I'm looking at something really far away, the focal point is at the back of the eye. But when I'm looking at things that are closer, the focal point is shorter. So notice how I exaggerated it here, but this lens is really long and skinny, and this lens is wide in the middle. That's because it has a shorter focal length. That when you have a shorter focal length, your lens just gets wider in the middle. And so this is for when I'm looking at objects up close. There's a limit to how curved your lens can become. And so for you to look at things up close, try bringing your hand up close to your eye. There's a point where you just can't, your lens just doesn't curve anymore, that the ciliary muscles are not strong enough, the lens isn't flexible enough, and so that image just goes fuzzy. That's different for different people. In fact, as you get older, your near point gets longer and longer and longer. That's why when you see old people reading newspapers, they're holding it like really far away from them because their near point just isn't very good. Their ciliary muscles are weakened. Their lens is not as flexible as it once was. 80 years of using your eye, that's a long lifetime for any physical instrument. So it's really pretty remarkable that the eye just lasts as long as it does and that it can still function in a reasonable way. So the near point is set by the most curved position of the lens. The far point is set by how flat the lens can become. I say flat, it's not really getting flat, it's just getting skinnier in the middle. And so this is when f is equal to di, like we said before. And then this is the shortest your focal length can get. That's the shortest focal length. Typically, the far point is infinity. That typically you can see objects that are really far away, an infinite distance away. And the near point can range. It can range from 10 to 100 centimeters. I think in your book it says that the typical near point is about 20 centimeters, and that's true. Though as you get older, especially once you pass 40, 40 is really sort of that age when your eye just doesn't function like it used to. And so as you get older, your near point can be 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters. I think mine's right at about 30 centimeters, but most of you, if you have normal healthy vision, or not even healthy, just normal vision, then you probably have a near point around 20 centimeters.